Good morning, day 11. Today is a GYST day, so let's get some stuff done. Okay, so a GYST list is a get your shit together list. I heard about this from Kaylin Nicholson years ago, and I have been using it ever since. It's just an idea of being like, I think she has an entire binder of things to do in her life to get her shit together. But for me, I make these lists of like, okay, it's a Saturday. I have no other obligations other than hanging out with the family and the things that we're going to do together. So let's get as much stuff done as possible that I've been putting off or that just needs to get done to feel really good about where we are in life in general in the month. We have 10 days until we leave for North Carolina. And that means I've got 10 days to finish this book, 10 days to, there's a bunch of stuff. So I feel like once we get back on the 25th, the month will feel pretty much over. HB90 will be open for enrollment. There's a ton of stuff that needs to get done. So I made 3 sort of lists here. I made a list for business, which is my work stuff, obviously, then one for household, which is like the cleaning and other things that need to get done for the house. And then the other one is just if I have time today. I very rarely get through my entire GYST list, but George is going to be helping me out today. So we're going to try to get as much of it done as possible so that we can enjoy some time with the kiddos tonight. I wish we could go for a long family walk or something, but I think it's going to be rainy and cold today. So we'll see. Maybe we could go to the jump park, or library might be closed for Veterans Day. By the way, thank you so much to all of our veterans that are watching. We thank you so much for your service and your time to this country. Over here, we're going to get some things done. So let's do it. So here is the list. We've got business. I need to pack the giveaways, label them, and make notes on everything. I need to hopefully write 5,000 words. This is the funny thing about lists. Sometimes it's like, one thing might be like 5 minutes and then another thing might be 3 to 5 hours, but it is what it is. That's why I like task blocks. But anyway, that's a discussion for another time. I need to edit and post today's vlog. I have a form I need to fill out for a speaking engagement, and I need to decide on some swag that I'm going to put into the book orders. My book orders for Spooktacular, also I have about 500 book orders, and so I need to get those ordered, but I'm not sure if I'm going to have the final list today or not, so I need to talk to Renee, so I might put that on the if time section. Household, I need to clean both my offices and the game room. I need to put away the Halloween decorations, put away Evie's clothes that have been sitting in a basket for days, meal plan, and order groceries. That can happen tomorrow if need be, but I also want to keep working on the entryway and keep getting that cleaned up. If I have time, I'm going to set up the PS4 in my office downstairs for streaming, because we finished streaming The Quarry on Twitch and now we're going to be streaming Until Dawn, and I don't have that on Xbox. It might even be worth it just to see if I can buy it on Xbox so I don't have to move it. So we'll see. Review 2024 vacation plan with George. And then I also need to go over, we have a bunch of stuff that's going into donations from the kids' rooms, and I want to just review it and make sure they're not giving away anything that's like keepsakes or stuff I want to keep. So got my coffee in hand, and what I'm planning to do is first I'm going to make the priority to edit and post the vlog while George starts to put away the Halloween stuff. $11:43 and the video is exporting, so next I will get it uploaded, thumbnails done. So that is the first check mark off the list. So I probably should have given myself more things on here that are easy to do, but I did fill out the speaking gig form and I edited and posted the vlog. So I'm just going to highlight things and check them off because that'll make me feel a little extra. 5 minutes and my little minions cleaned the floor for me. Everything's off the floor, so I'm gonna sweep things up. I'm gonna clean everything off, straighten up my shelves, and then I have all the mess that they pulled out of here to clean up, which is now behind me on the floor. But it's easier sometimes to just get everything out of your space and then bring it back in so that you can start with a clean slate. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So everything here is super organized and beautiful. So we're getting there. A little bit of stuff over there I need to fix, but otherwise looks so different when you actually vacuum and get everything off the floor. But I still do have some bits and bobs and things like that that I need to put into organization. And then my lights are still out here. I did clean up a little bit of that space, but sometimes I feel like it's like clean, then you have to move stuff around, clean, move around, clean, move around. But eventually we're getting there. But I feel like I need to get some writing done, or I'm not going to get any writing done today. And it is a priority to get the next few scenes written. So I'm going to go do some writing. What I will reward myself with when I've gotten a few sprints in is deciding which planner cover I'm going to use for the Christmas holiday season. So I have this beautiful gold dot one, I have this green one, and then I have the red one. The red one I used last year, so it still kind of has some of the setup in it. I probably will not use that again. I also have this black sort of quilted Kiki K with the gold, but on the inside it's the typical Kiki K gray, and I just don't know that I want the gray. On the inside of the green we have this red stripe, which could actually be summery, but it also feels Christmassy. So I don't know, but I won't think about it until I'm done with my writing, but that will be my reward. $1,046 words, and my camera died, so I'm using my phone. I need to go charge it. But that puts me over 70,000, and combined with last night's, well, it puts me over 70,000 in my manuscript. I don't know where I am in terms of nano, so I'll look at that in a second. And then I finished the next chapter. So, but I'm also getting a terrible headache, and this is very bad timing. It might be just from kicking up so much dust. So I think I'm probably going to have to take a break, and then I'll get back to some work later.
Shake it out, shake it out. I didn't get a
Well, this room feels nice. So I have not updated in a bit because my GYST day went sideways. So midday, cleaning up after writing, was going back to work a little bit more, and just suddenly massive headache on this side of my head. And I took some medicine, nothing was touching it, laid down with ice pack, nothing was touching it. And this is just sometimes, I mean, everybody gets headaches, right? Like most of us do. But sometimes for me, it's a cyclical thing with having PCOS, and it's just part of the PCOS nightmare that is sometimes going to affect the way that I feel. And this is why we put in buffer days, right? Because if we expect that we have to work our max capacity every single day, or beyond our max capacity, or we have to fill every tiny little hole in the day in order to reach our goals, we're just kind of setting ourselves up for disappointment and falling behind and all of those kind of things. And so even though I actively teach buffer days, I still in my mind struggle with the idea of I can't do the things all the time perfectly because that is my goal. That's what I want to do, even though logically I know that that's an impossible thing to want. So I am giving myself some grace this afternoon because I had a wildly productive morning. But sometimes I also think to myself, okay, why did I spend the majority of the first half of the day working on the cleaning and other projects? I should have sat down and gotten the writing out of the way first if it's really my priority. But so often the siren song of get things clean, be productive, easy to check off things of the list, get things done that you can see the progress out in your house, like visually, is so much more satisfying than sit down and do the hard thing of writing the hard chapters. And the hard chapters are what's left for me. And so I was resisting it, thinking at some point I'll sit down, or I'll sit down later tonight because I've been doing a good job of writing at night. But that doesn't account for taking a headache or having a headache. I can't even think straight, but it's like, it's just like so far but behind this eye that it's really hurting. So what I ended up doing was we went to dinner, got some coffee. I took some more medication, laid down again, like tried lots of different things, have struggled. So I've done some low energy kind of task stuff that wasn't on this list. Like just some more tidying up kind of stuff and sort of looking for all of my Christmas planner stuff, like very low energy or energy giving kind of stuff. And I did actually post a poll on my Instagram of which planner to use. And I'm leaning toward this green one for Christmas because it has the red sort of candy cane stripe interior. And I have actually never used this planner. And I've had it for years and years. So it was kind of between that one and the gold dot. And actually the gold dot has more yes votes on Instagram. But I think I'm going to go for the green. But anyway, just kind of thinking about what I'm going to do to set that up, listening to some calming music, putting on some ambiance channels, just looking through stickers, different things like that, just so I'm still active and not falling asleep early. Because for me, if I fall asleep, my headache just gets worse unless I can sleep all the way through the night. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I got done on my list, but I also want to just give some encouragement out there that if you are consistently setting to-do lists and these big goals and everything else, and then something keeps smacking you, like whether it's a headache, chronic illness, or just resistance. I don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing it. Self-sabotage, interruptions, other things going on in your life that are taking your time up. There's any number of reasons why we can set forth the things that we want to do and we give ourselves a timeline. And there's a lot of reasons why we don't follow through. A lot of reasons outside ourselves, like not even our fault, so to speak. And yet I feel like so many of us, when we don't follow through, we think it means something about the kind of person we are. I mean, this was definitely my story in the past, is if I didn't follow through perfectly, it was like, I am not a good enough person. I'm not the kind of person who follows through. I can't trust myself. You're a loser. Like so many things that would go through my own head that weren't true, because I had actually accomplished a lot, but because I didn't do it exactly according to this perfect, schedule, then it meant that I was not going to be successful in the future, that I was like never going to be the person I wanted to be. And I made it mean a lot of things that it didn't actually mean. And so this is my encouragement to let you know that even if you keep coming across these walls like over and over and over again, and you feel like you're just constantly letting yourself down, or something's constantly getting in your way, or for some reason you just can never, follow through on that goal, I just want to give you some encouragement that you don't have to do it perfectly. You can do a little bit and then hit the wall and give up, and do a little bit and hit the wall and give up, and still find success, because we think that our success requires like these 10 steps coming into play exactly as the way they're supposed to. And if we make one wrong move, we're going to miss out on our dreams. But the truth is that we can show up imperfectly. We can make bad decisions. We can try again. We can make mistakes. We can go completely down the wrong path. We can have years where we can hardly get out of bed. We can have times when we want to give up. We can have day after day after day where we only get a third of our to-do list done, or we only check one thing off our to-do list, and we can still be enormously successful. What we need to do is forgive ourselves for the moments when we fall short, never give up trying to pick ourselves back up and keep going, And in the moments when we feel the magic and we feel the flow, to harness that and do the best we can so that we can ride that wave up, even when it feels like we are not giving 100%. It is a constant lesson that I learned just from having the Kanban boards and doing the reviews and looking at HB90 is I never follow through on everything I said I was going to do. And I'm still reaching my dreams, growing my business, like living my life, having my family. It's like I'm not perfect. I have so much I still need to learn. There's so much that I'm not doing that I want to be doing. I struggle daily with my mindset, with being the person that I want to be and showing up the way I want perfectly. I struggle with that every day, but I'm still also living my dream life as well. And I did not have to be perfect to get to this place. I have been far from perfect. And so just know that like everything you're doing is enough. If you're never giving up and you're consistently showing up, it doesn't matter if you write 50K in a month, you're still going to get where you want to go. And I can promise you that. I've seen it. I see it all the time. The biggest thing that holds us back isn't how much we got done in a day. It's that we don't believe that we're good enough. So, all right, let me show you my list. Okay, so this is the list. I sort of gave myself credit for things that didn't get completely done. So I didn't do the giveaways, but those can't go out till Monday anyway, so I can do those tomorrow. I wrote 1,000 words, but I'm going to kind of highlight that because I feel like I did pretty well. I posted my vlog. I did my speaking gig thing. I decided the swag. Then I cleaned the library. That's this room. I just printed out some calendars and I can see that they fell off the printer. But I mean, this room looks incredible. I have a couple little things that aren't perfect here, like on the desk and everything, but the room looks great. So I think I did a good job here. I didn't show you, but I did also clean the office. We just had to clean up a little bit because we took down all the decorations yesterday, and then tidied up the game room so George could run the Roomba. And then I put away the Halloween stuff. I put away Evie's clothes, but I didn't do the meal plan or the groceries, and there's still some stuff out in that entryway that needs to get cleaned up. Then the if time things, I did review the donations, and those have gone into the car. And then I registered for the Pikes Peak Writers Conference, not romance writers, but just writers, Pike Peaks Writers Conference, because I will be a featured speaker there next year. So if you are going to the Pikes Peak Conference, please let me know, because I am so very excited to be there next year. And then all the rest of the stuff didn't get done, but I can continue this list tomorrow. So I'm just going to go lay down and hopefully get some good rest tonight and hit it again tomorrow. I fell short of everything I wanted to do, namely the writing. I only got 1,000 words today, but 1,000 words is still great. And I'm going to be proud that I showed up for myself and I did my best. And I'm looking forward to trying again tomorrow. All right. All my love to you. Bye.